Well, if you're like me, you've probably cracked your cell phone screen or have dropped it on the ground and broken it, or even worse, dropped it in the toilet.
Well, worry no more, because our next guest has the best and brightest cases to protect your smartphones and tablets. Please welcome technology journalist and co-founder of Contently.com, Mr. Shane Snow. Welcome to our
Hey,
Thank
Shane.
you. Nice to be back.
How do we protect ourselves?
Yeah, I know. And is it really important for us to have a cell phone case?
Well, so they make cases, right, so that you can protect your phone, because some phones obviously aren't good enough to be dropped, you know, in the
I
toilet.
drop mine daily.
But, I mean, the first phone that I have here is actually my Samsung phone, which I've dropped a million times. And it
Is that
still
right?
is.
Let me see this.
Yeah, it's
Your
still functioning.
screen is
I'm
cracked
not gonna
here.
lie.
I want to see if you can see that.
Family, come closer.
Wait, this is the phone you actually use now.
Yeah, so it's made out of plastic, unlike iPhones.
You see the crack
and-
right there. There
Yep,
it is.
yep.
There we go.
All
And you
up in
still
there.
use it. You get the cuts on your finger and
Right.
everything.
It's,
Ow.
yeah, it's
Texting
hard.
for blood.
What? But it hasn't broken that much.
Well, so these ones are designed to, they're made out of this plastic, which is
Okay.
a little less nice, but they're designed to kind of splay apart. Like you drop it and everything falls out, but it doesn't break. So
Okay.
rather
So
than
I
breaking
can drop this now and it won't break?
it, go ahead.
Oh,
There
it
we
did
go.
pop
I
out.
wonder.
You're right.
And everything's okay.
You
But
I'd
You're
feel
a
really
real
bad if I broke your
animal.
phone, though. I would feel bad.
Oops. What should we be looking for in cases when we're shopping for our tablets and our smartphones?
So it depends on what your goals are, obviously.
Not breaking.
Not breaking. So the point of most cases is to not break, right?
Okay.
But if you're the kind of person that drops your phone in the toilet, then there's certain cases that you want, versus if you're just someone who, once in a while will drop it or step on your phone or something.
No, I need a case because I drop it all the time. And I have kids, so if I don't drop it, they're throwing it. So, so what do you have for us here that can help
I
us?
have a few. So all of these are designed to help protect your phone, but
Okay.
all of these have different sort of external functions as well.
Okay.
So this first one here, this is actually an iPad case that
That
is
is
designed to
pretty
look
I
like
actually
a
like it. Is it light?
It looks like a book.
So it's sort of the disguise case, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You're at the subway and you always hear these announcements: don't use your gadgets on the subway. No one pays attention to
Nope.
it. This way you can read your book on the subway and it looks like a book,
And look
but
at
it's
it,
actually
having
your
spine
iPad.
there.
Right.
Wow.
But you know what? People would see the zipper and they'd be like, I'm going to steal
Yeah,
this.
it doesn't feel, and it's also a nice book
a
too,
nice
right?
book.
Right, it's
You
like
kinda
a
wanna
really
steal that book.
sexy vintage book.
Yeah.
But the
So-
leather helps protect it, though.
Right,
And
exactly.
It's hard as well.
Right,
Yeah,
so if it
and
falls.
you can unfold it so that if you want to take a picture, there's the little hole there.
Oh, okay.
You can also set it up like
So
this,
watch a
so
movie.
that you can watch a movie, actually like this.
Okay.
Ah, that
So
makes
it's sort of multi-purpose, but and then you stick it in the bookshelf and
and hide it. You'll never find it again. When
Exactly.
exactly.
Should we be using our cases to secure our phones from hackers as well? You said something about
So
video
there's
cams.
yes. So it's surprisingly easy for hackers to hack into webcams, especially if you have an old phone or
Right.
an old model of software.
Now,
lot
how
of
are they
my
doing that? Are they
friends
using
do.
Wi-Fi to hack in? Or is,
So we could sit down and hack yours in 15 minutes,
No.
between
I don't
segments
really
if we wanted
want-
to.
no,
I
that's
don't-
okay.
yeah.
We don't have to.
We can look at you when you're home alone.
That's
Oh.
weird.
So there's a, so it's kind of scary, right? So there's
Yeah.
a journalist who was a reporter out in the field who was worried about this problem, and also he takes a lot of photos with his phone, and so
That
he
he
designed
has
this
where
case
he's
here.
naked?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
He designed this case here that serves two purposes. It basically just has this little blocker for your camera
Oh, cool.
on the front and the back. So even if you get hacked,
Let me set this up a little bit so everybody can see it. So you just slide this across, and
Exactly.
it covers
Covers
up the
the
camera,
camera.
so
Right.
they cannot see you. Because that's what they're doing. They're peeking in on you when you don't think that your phone is on.
Right.
You're not using
Exactly.
it, and they're accessing your camera to look at you.
exactly.
And I think
That's
this
a
is
great
better
idea.
than a lot of people's remedy, which is tape.
Right. Right.
I know a lot of people are
It's-
like, nah, man, tape
It's
it.
a little better lens cap, right? 'Cause
Right.
tape can still crack.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So this one is actually called the iPatch, and it's being crowdfunded right now. This one's 3D printed, so it's
Okay.
a prototype, but
Okay.
it should come out later this year.
Oh, we'll be on the lookout for that one. Okay, what is this?
So this one's one of my favorite. Before I switched to Samsung, I used this case a lot. It's a wallet case, so
Oh.
you can stick your credit card.
Oh, that's genius.
I have
useful.
a $1 bill, so you can
Oh,
fit
you
a
brought
few
us
cards.
money. You so
Yeah,
nice.
exactly. A donation
Look
to
at
Rise
that.
360. So it can fit 2 cards and a little bit of money.
Okay.
But this way, I mean, the way things are going right with gadgets is all of your stuff is sort of being combined into your phone. You can use phones. Last time we talked about unlocking doors with phones.
Right.
And, you can basically turn your phone into a wallet, so you don't have 2 pockets full
And
of
this
stuff.
is great for me when I'm running. You know, I don't have to bring everything. I can just bring the
Exactly.
phone and keep it going.
And there's a lot of wallet cases that are kind of look like billfold wallets or bulky. And this one that's by Spec, it's the thinnest and the smallest. And really lightweight, so it's pretty unobtrusive.
Well, this one doesn't look that small.
No, it doesn't. It looks like you're going into war.
Yes. This one is actually a military-grade smartphone case.
It's for
Trident.
expendables.
So, exactly. You can throw this off a cliff. You can run this over with a Humvee. You can do anything to it, and apparently you can clip it on anything. It has this bizarre clip on the back, but the phone has two sort of exactly.
Yes, go like this. Bouncing.
And you can be hit with a bullet, and it will deflect.
Now I have to put it on the floor and stomp on it like you suggested and see if it works. Can I really?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Put it on the floor so you can see. Oh, it felt like it broke.
Don't hurt it for real.
I'm going to break one of your phones before you leave today.
Well, there's no phone in it, so it's probably just pressing on itself.
Wow, I thought it was going to break the clip at least, because I always get the clip caught on stuff and it breaks, but wow, this is pretty durable.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it's the two pieces, so you actually you have to unclip it in order to get to the phone.
And then there's the phone, but that's also protected by this rubber case as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay. And this last phone here?
So this one is. So I have this friend who has dropped his phone in the toilet 1,000,000 times.
Drunken.
I think
Drunkenly.
probably. Yeah. Yes.
Let's be
exactly.
honest.
Exactly. So if you're that kind of person, then you want a phone that can survive that.
Yes.
So this is the OtterBox. So OtterBox make great phone cases. This one is called the Preserver, and it is waterproof.
Okay.
So
Hillary, would you
I
like
didn't
to
have
do
enough
the
phones to
honors?
put one in, so I put this little message,
Sure.
"Hi, Arise," on, so that we can see if it actually gets ruined when we dump it in the water.
Just the whole thing. Can I hold it down?
Yes, you can drown it.
So it's not that it just gets sprinkled. This gets submerged and it's okay.
Yep, and it actually floats. So if you let go, there it goes.
nice.
So you can actually retrieve it without having to throw your hand in the toilet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or when I'm surfing, I can find it. It'll be floating past
Floats
me.
by you.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh.
Wow, that's
Or a
pretty
dolphin
and it-
can bring it back to you.
Right,
If
now-
you're really surfing.
Now, does any of the water just doesn't get trapped in, or it
So
doesn't mess
all
up
of
the
the
buttons or
speakers
anything?
and the
Yeah, that's
sensors, the mesh is so thin that water can't permeate it.
Oh, wow.
So everything still works, and you wipe the water off, and
Now, does this
nothing-
just come for iPhones, or does it come in other phones?
They have them
as
for
well?
other phones as
Okay.
well. So this one's
that's
for the iPhone 5.
And it's actually not heavy.
Yeah,
it's pretty light.
What's the range and price of these phone cases?
Anywhere from this is $30, this is $70,
Okay.
but it's also a tablet. I think you can get them for phone for more around 40.
Okay.
This one, who knows, because it's not out yet. These ones are more expensive. These ones probably run about $60 each.
Okay, that's not bad at all. Now, before you go, now that you've hipped us to all the things we need to have to protect our phone and our iPad,
Tell us about your book.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, happy to. So the book
Apparently
is.
it's hacking for smart people.
Right. Is that what it is?
That's
Yes.
I like that.
So the title is Smart Cuts. The subtitle is How Hackers, Innovators, and Icons Accelerate Success. So it's about what you can learn from good and bad hackers in history.
Right.
Oh, what's the best thing we can learn from
Yes.
bad hacker?
The best thing from a bad hacker.
Yes.
Well, there's a story in here about the Cuban Revolution, how they won the war using a pirate radio station, and and there were good guys and bad guys fighting for the revolution, and Cuba's turned out to be kind of a sad place since then. But the story in there basically goes that they tried to win the people to their cause. They did these pirate radio stations. They said, "Please join the war, help us overthrow the government," and it wasn't until they started teaching people how to read and teaching people English and teaching people how to farm. They taught all the poor farmers using the radio. And when they started giving and doing that education, people suddenly thought, I can support these guys, and let's go grab our guns and overthrow the government.
Okay.
So
Some good stories
the
in there.
moral
There
of the
you go.
story, yeah, kind of giving that one away.
So
But
it's
the moral of the story,
48 laws of power, but for like success.
sure, yeah. The idea is that if you give, you're more likely to get people to your cause and to help you do incredible things than if you just ask and beg and try and coerce. So that's one of dozens of stories throughout history of those kinds of things.
And when does the book come out?
Comes out a month from tomorrow, so September 9th.
tomorrow.
It's available for
Congratulations.
pre-order. So yeah, I'm excited.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us and with these great tips and telling us about your book.
Yeah.
All right.
My
And we'll be
pleasure.
right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.